Hey, it's Frankenmint.
Just testing this out. Checking out the frame. I'm gonna practice by doing a little bit of chopping. Choppity choppity chop, y'all. What's up? And so this is all just a little bit of prep. We are going to chop some onions and some, I guess they call them white, or I call them yellow, but white chili peppers, blanco chili peppers, and some tomatoes. This is our garden bounty. This is all proof of work. I grew these and this and that. Yeah. So we're gonna chop these tomatoes and this onion and this jalapenos. Yeah, let's get going. I used to hate chopping, but it turns out chopping is the best when you have nice knives. Yeah, I'm just making a sandwich for me today, so. Yeah, this is a Frankenmint dagwood. It's pretty sweet, right? That's plenty. Don't want it to be too spicy. Chop this down a little. So, this, like so. I don't like to chop it down too fine. Like it's, if I could slice them, I would, you know? And I'd be happy with that. And then just these. Oh, look, this split. This actually split in the process of washing it. Good timing, huh? You gotta be careful with your tomatoes. If you don't harvest them at the right time, they split, and then it's bug food. I came out today, I found a perfectly good tomato, but the ants were eating it because it split. So, harvest your food early, folks. Make sure to harvest it at the right time. Yeah, I just like to cut these in half. I'm using chop them down further, you know? Cool. I'll put this here. I will wipe this off, like so. So I have a good, clean prep surface. Let me go ahead and put this onto another small tray too. See how this looks. This one? Hey, it's Frankenmint. Can't stop, won't stop. Alright, so this is my first episode of Chef Frankenmint. You're here with me today, Frankenmint and Starscream, and we're here to cook something delicious for you. But that's really a loose interpretation because I'm actually not cooking anything today. I'm actually going to be preparing Frankenmint's dagwood sandwich. What's a dagwood sandwich? Pause the video, go ahead and Google that and get back to me. Good. Alright, so Frankenmint's dagwood is about to be incredibly amazing. It's my favorite sandwich. I call it my signature. And if you decide to skip forward from this point, the key takeaway you need to remember is fresh mozzarella and basil at the middle of your sandwich. It could be peanut butter and jelly, but it needs to have the fresh mozzarella and the basil to be a Frankenmint dagwood. Good? Alright, I'm gonna get you started. That's adequate. And what's the point of the knife, right? Because I've already done my prep out of the recording. So we're gonna use a nice bevy of meats and cheeses. I tend to like at least 2 to 3 meats per sandwich, usually 1 layer deep. For our vegetables, proof of work is gonna be these butter crunch lettuce fronds and these cherry tomatoes and this basil. These have been grown from my garden and harvested this morning and prepared off camera. These I picked up from the store. It's just some onions and some, I believe they called them yellow or white chili peppers. This is them right here. You don't need the chili peppers. I tend to like jalapenos myself, but if I find something different, I'll usually buy it to try it, as long as it's not habaneros, because those are ridiculously hot. All right, let's get started. I'm using just this kind of sourdough loaf style bread here, kind of like this. Make sure it's not good. See, it's actually, this is flour, this is not mold or anything like that. So what we're gonna do is clearly spread our mayo and our mustard on our bases, like so. A little bit of mayo, like that. Then, oh, whoops. Get myself a napkin, or actually no, typically what I like to do too is I just do that, and then it feels good to go. All right, a little bit of the mustard. Oh, and then I like to shake because otherwise it gets a little bit of the vinegariness at the top, and I don't feel like done with that. Nice bit of mustard there. Spread, spread, spread it, just like that. Smells good. But all mustard smells good. That's why Little Wayne likes to rap about it. But you said you got a mustard, right? I'm feeling it. All right. So now I usually like to put my onions and jalapenos on the facing stuff so that you have a nice offsetting flavor complement. So, and this can be either way. Like you can do the spicy on the mustard or the spicy on the mayo. Like, it's fine. One of my favorite condiments ever, I'm gonna call it, is gonna be the they call it garlic aioli, but let's really be honest. It's just chopped garlic that you put in your mayonnaise, and you just kind of let it sit for a couple days. Presto, it's really good. It's really good. And as for these white chili peppers, they're nice. They actually got quite a bit of bite in them. I'd say they're comparable to jalapenos. All right, so now we'll do a layer of meats and cheeses. So I'm working with some sun-dried tomato turkey. And I like to get meats from the deli. I usually do not like to do pre-done lunch meats, just because I know that there's going to be less time that this was in a package and, and its preservatives. It's going to be, in my opinion, fresher, and it's going to have a more limited shelf life window, and that's great. Then what's this one? This is peppered turkey. I used to get something called campfire chicken breast, but they no longer sell it. And this is pretty much fulfilling that, role. So it's really yum. Got to get some if you can. All right. All right. Why not? I'm going to do 1.5. So I'm actually going to put a little bit more meat, because I can. And I'll save the rest for a Lunchable for later. Just like that. All right, so now we layer our cheeses. We're going to be using cheddar and Havarti. Here's cheddar. Here's some Havarti. go. Interesting. There's one slice. And this is a bigger slice, so I'm actually just going to do 1.5 slices. I don't need 2 slices for this one. So just like that. All right, now let's do, let's go, one side we'll do both sides with lettuce, right? So we'll do 1. And I've already rinsed and washed this all off camera before. So it is, you should wash and rinse and clean your produce for sure. That's basil. So, other lettuce. And if you're like, yo, that's way too much lettuce. No, no, no. You don't have enough lettuce on your sandwich. That's actually the real problem going on. So then our third meat, which is going to be our base for the fresh mozzarella. I'm going to put it on this side. And it doesn't matter. I just, just whatever. Can be either way is fine. And yes, I do definitely like to double layer this. Now this is pork, right? This is This is pork-based salami. If you have a person in your household that doesn't like pork, then what I suggest instead is you can use turkey pepperoni. That's my go-to instead of using salami. But I like pork, so I'm gonna use salami. Oh, this would probably also be a good time to use bacon instead of, salami, if that's your intent. All right. Now what do I want to do? I want to do the cheese, right? So this is just this is marinated fresh mozzarella, and it's just pesto marinated. And I usually just will layer it like maybe 4 deep across. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. And there's like no hard and fast rules to any of this, If you're like, I don't like mozzarella, it gives me the shits, then don't use it. Or if you're like, I'm lactose intolerant, then use your cashew butter cheese. Something. You got this. You can figure this out. I was gonna rinse my hands, but no need. All right, so right. Like I said, it's not a Frankenmint dagwood if you don't have the basil and the fresh mozz in it. So this is some fresh mozzarella. It's kind of rinsed. It's a little damp, so I'm just trying to not have it as damp. Just like that. What is that? Okay, that's a little discoloration. This mozzarella is this basil is a little old, so it's starting to go, but I, harvested it now. It's too good to go, right? My tomatoes. Oh, pickles, right? Love me some pickles. Olives. Like that. Then, right, we should probably use a little Italian seasoning as well. Probably should have gotten that up before I started recording, right? But that's fine. Let's find it. Here we go. Yep. Walmart's best. So, sprinkle a little on there. And you gotta imagine this is literally just complementing and offsetting the other stuff that's already on the fresh mozzarella. And then, like I said, last but not least, some pickles. Pickles should last forever. I'm not sure why I was wondering if they turned. I say should. I don't really know if they'll really last forever. So am I gonna have olive tasting pickles now because I didn't rinse my hands before? Maybe. Nice. Oh, here's more towels. That's pretty much it. Let's go ahead and Voltron assemble and cut this down. What do I do with the knife? Oh, cool, it's here. Oh, neat, and it's on the top. All right, so we'll rinse. All right, and I really wouldn't normally rinse, but you know, why not? Like, this wouldn't have been in the sink. This would have just been to the side. So, I can't help myself. The tomatoes are really good. I see it, I see it, I go for it, you know? So what you do, not this side, you pick up and you just, kind of like you would with like a sandwich, or just pick up and just roll over, see? And bam. That's it. There we go. And that's it. That right there is a Frankenmint dagwood sandwich. Thank you so much for tuning in on Chef Frankenmint, or sorry, on Chef Frank. Hopefully I'll have something amazing to cook for you next time. I appreciate you. You have an excellent time.